On the streets of London, someone is watching all the time. Welcome to Cyberworld. Today, people in this city are among the most photographed in the world. In an afternoon, a citizen of London can be photographed 300 times or more. The cameras are there to fight crime and terrorism.
Still getting traffic coming through, look.
In 2020, this is how a lot of police departments are going to be patrolling. The TV cameras are monitored by officers and a computer. When a car enters the city, a computer scans the license plates.
The automatic number plate reader, the ANPR, it reads the entry points. Two cameras read it. One takes a picture of the driver's face. One reads the index. It does a police national computer check on it. If there's a report on it, it will flag us, and then we can start looking for it on the cameras, and hopefully we'll pick it up and get units to stop the vehicle. That up there is...
It happens in under 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Computers can also look for people on the street, but not the way we do.
Turn to the right.
A face must be turned into a series of numbers
Face front.
and compared to a database of numbers. Computers don't yet see things.
They're just terrible at figuring out that something sitting on a table is a cup or a pen or a pair of glasses. That sort of object recognition is beyond today's computers. We think we have plenty of computer power to do that. We just don't know what the algorithms are.
In Cambridge, scientists at a company called Segmentus are looking for those algorithms.
For a computer to understand text is relatively simple. For that same machine to understand an image is incredibly complicated. The way you need to do it successfully is to understand that the visual world is made up of objects. There's my pupil that sits in my eye, that sits in my eye socket, it's on my skull, it's on my head, which sits on my torso. It's not me sitting here in Cambridge.
As soon as computers do learn visual recognition, they'll be very good at finding people. Think of a crowded street in London in 2020. The city computer is watching everyone through closed-circuit cameras. Being a computer, it can scan lots of cameras, and in a split second, pick one face out of 100, or 100 faces out of 1,000,000.
You'll be able to identify people, well-known felons. Ah, so-and-so's walking down the road. Oh, yes, 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 we've got tabs on him. Now, there's all sorts of problems with that, from a political standpoint, from a privacy standpoint, but it should make the world a little bit safer.
I'm fine. Can you tell me where the beer is?
When it comes to keeping an eye on you, computers can already track where you shop, what you buy, countless details about your life. In 2020, all those computers will be able to talk to each other, and they'll be talking about you.
Did you buy beer when you went shopping? Did you buy an excessive amount of beer? Is the fact that you may be an alcoholic known to your employer? And if not, should it be? And how would it affect your employer's insurance? Suddenly, the six-pack of beer that's sitting in the bottom of your shopping bag becomes something of interest to a whole bunch of other people.
There are those people out there that are saying there is no such thing as privacy in the new world, get over it. And then there's those folks that say privacy is going to be the ultimate thing we have to secure as we build our systems. I personally think that we are going to have to give up some of what we have traditionally thought of as privacy.
In other words, get used to being on camera. Crime in the City of London has dropped dramatically. And the cameras are coming to America. In Alexandria, Virginia, this camera takes pictures of red light runners. The police department in Alexandria is one of the most high-tech in the country.
What I've got here is a laptop computer. I can bring a snapshot up of all the officers out on the street. This is information that we previously didn't have available to us before the computers. I can bring up information that tells me what the beat is that they're working, what their status is, what car they're driving, and how long they've been in that status.
The system also allows the police to get instant photos of missing persons or suspects, check for stolen items through a national crime computer, run license plates, and find out immediately if someone is wanted anywhere in the U.S.
Good afternoon, sir. Hi. I see your license and registration, please.
When it comes to identifying people, police and cyber world will depend above all on biometrics. That's the use of voice prints, fingerprints, and iris scans.
Sir, if you could wait in your vehicle, I'll be back in just a moment.
Futurists predict that worldwide, biometrics will replace most passwords. ATMs, for example, will just recognize your face or voice. A huge database will be generated. Eventually, computers will be able to recognize everyone all the time.
With new techniques, that line between people who are suspected of wrongdoing and everybody else begins to blur. Because everybody, in effect, becomes a potential suspect. Everybody becomes someone who, if you look deeply enough, may have a record or a file that indicates some outstanding criminal matter or some outstanding investigative matter or simply some matter that may be of interest to the government, whether or not they've engaged in crime.
Of course, there are advantages to this tracking as well.
There's a lot of benefits in being tracked. Everything from if you have a heart attack or a stroke, that they know exactly where to go to save you, to having your kids be able to find you, to making sure that you never get lost. Now, there'll be some people, of course, that will say, no, I don't want to have this happen. I won't be tracked. And those people won't take advantage of the technology.
The challenge will be to find a balance between protection and privacy.